When we excessively worry about the future, it's actually a pathological behavior. Excessive worrying only increases the likelihood of things happening. It's just a psychological suggestion. Overworrying exacerbates anxiety symptoms, leading to slow progress and forming a vicious cycle. So, simply worrying won't solve problems. Instead, it will immerse us in negative emotions. Those who worry too much often overthink, suffer from sleep deprivation, find it difficult to fall asleep, which in turn generates feelings of anxiety and panic, affecting the next day's mental state and work efficiency. Taking actual action is more effective than excessive worrying. Let go of worries and focus on the present reality. As Einstein said, don't dwell too much on the future because it will come quickly. We should change our lives through practical actions, find worthwhile things to do, be busy with work, and gradually regain confidence. Long-term worries will weaken our confidence, while turning worries into action can create more value in life. By learning knowledge, accumulating experiences, and developing our skills, we can enhance our confidence and reduce anxiety and worries. At the end of a busy day, take a moment to reflect on the day's achievements, record valuable things, which helps us understand our behavior and goals clearly, providing a basis for future planning. Gradually, excessive worrying will be replaced by planned thinking, and we will be able to face future challenges more calmly. William is a young software engineer with a dream of developing his own applications. Whenever night falls and the lights dim, he immerses himself in front of his computer, delving into the ocean of code. His studio is filled with books and technical equipment, and in his workspace, the glow of code flickers on the computer screen as he concentrates on tapping the keyboard. "William, do you see any issues with this piece of code?" asks his colleague, Chris. William furrows his brow, carefully examining the code on the screen. It seems like there's a small bug. I'll need to figure out a solution." William's desk is piled with various files and notebooks. He often gets so busy that he forgets to eat dinner, all in pursuit of his vision of perfection. His eyes look tired from staring at the computer screen for extended periods. "Are you worrying about the future of that application again?" Chris asks with a smile. William nods. "Yeah, I always feel like what I've done isn't good enough, worrying that users won't like it." "Don't overthink it, William. Your application is already great. Believe in yourself, and everything will work out," Chris reassures him. William forces a smile and shakes his head. "I know, but sometimes I can't help but let my worries get the best of me." "That's your problem, William. You're always too concerned about what others think and overlook your own abilities," Chris says earnestly. Yet, whenever he thinks about the potential difficulties and challenges he might face, William's mood becomes heavy. In the quiet of the night, William once again dives into the world of code. As William's application was about to hit the market, his anxiety grew even stronger. Every night, he would lie in bed, unable to sleep, as various potential problems and difficulties filled his mind. "William, what's wrong? Why do you toss and turn every night?" William's roommate, David, asked with concern. William forced a smile and shook his head. "I don't know, David. My application is about to launch, but I'm always worried about how users will react." David sighed. "William, you can't always worry about future feedback like this. Your application has been thoroughly tested. It will surely be successful." But I can't help it." William's voice carried a hint of helplessness. The next day, William arrived at the office and began addressing some minor issues in the application. However, he couldn't calm his mind. Whenever he thought about the upcoming user feedback, his fingers involuntarily trembled, and the sound of typing on the keyboard seemed unusually heavy. "William, what's wrong? Your productivity seems much lower than usual," his colleague Emily asked curiously. William forced a smile. "It's nothing, just a bit nervous." Emily frowned. "You know, William, your worries are affecting your work. You need to relax and trust in your abilities." William silently nodded, but his mind was still filled with unease. He didn't know how to let go of his worries and focus on his work. Over the next few days, William's anxiety worsened, and he couldn't concentrate. The quality of the application began to suffer. He tried to pull himself together, but the inner turmoil seemed like an insurmountable mountain, leaving him feeling helpless. Finally, when his application was launched, he didn't receive the user feedback he had hoped for. The disappointment and frustration in his heart were indescribable, and he began to doubt his abilities and worth. "William, what's wrong? Why are you so down?" his colleague Chris asked with concern. William shrugged helplessly. "I don't know, Chris. I feel like I've failed." Chris patted William's shoulder. "Don't lose heart, William. Everyone experiences failure. What's important is to learn from it and keep moving forward." "William, you seem a bit off." Colleague Chris approached William's desk, asking with concern. Chris frowned. "William, you can't let worry affect your work." A few days later, during a conversation with an old friend, Tom, William finally realized that his excessive worry about the future was hindering his creativity and progress. "William, why are you always so anxious?" Tom asked gently. William was silent for a moment, then replied, "I don't know, Tom. I always feel like what I've done isn't good enough, worrying that users won't like it." Tom smiled and said, "William, you need to believe in your abilities. Excessive worry will only confine your thoughts and hinder your creativity." So William began to adjust his mindset, no longer allowing worry to dictate his emotions. As William adjusted his mindset, he focused on improving every detail of the application, and its quality continued to improve. His colleagues noticed this change and expressed their appreciation and support. "William, you've been focused on improving the quality and user experience of the application lately, gradually gaining recognition and praise from users. Your application has started to grow rapidly, becoming a highly anticipated product in the market." Colleague Emily approached William's desk, smiling and praising him. By adjusting his mindset, William finally overcame the troubles of excessive worry about the future and focused on the present work. He understood that only by letting go of past worries could he truly achieve his dreams.